Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to Joy's Fashion World, and if you are new here, you are highly welcome. This is Joy's Fashion World, where we share sewing tutorials, style inspiration, sewing tips and tricks. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew 180-degree flare gown with turtleneck. If this is what you want, you definitely have to keep on watching until the end. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel and share with your friends, and don't forget to leave a comment and also click on your notification bell to get notified whenever I drop a new video. Please, thank you. So without further ado, let's get started. Materials needed are your crepe fabric of 3 yards, scissors, matching thread, zip, measuring tape, tailor's chalk, and the sewing machine itself. So the first thing you need to do is to place your fabric on fold just the way you see me doing, and to know the amount you place on fold is your bust circumference divided by 4 with extra 2 or 3 inches. Next is to rule out a straight line which will serve as our starting point. Use your ruler and rule out a straight line. From that straight line, you place your tape and mark your vertical measurement. So from the straight line, marking my chest line, which is 8 inches, and the half length of my gown, which is 16 inches. You mark it on both sides so that you'll be able to have a straight line and you connect the points together. Once you are done with that, the next thing you want to do is to input your neck measurement. So for the depth of the neck, I make use of 2 inches. That is for the front neckline, and for the width, I make use of 2.5 inches, and you connect with a curve as seen. The next thing you want to do is to mark your half of your shoulder measurement. So my shoulder measurement is 15 inches and the half is 7.5, and I mark it down. We also mark same on your chest line, which is 7.5 inches, and you connect those points with a straight line as seen. So find the midpoint of your armhole, which is 4.5. I chalk it down, and on that point go in with half of an inch and you connect it up just the way you see me doing. You connect it into the line back, and on the chest line you mark half of your bust circumference. Your bust circumference divided by 4. My bust circumference is 33 divided by 4. So you chalk down whatever you got on that point and you connect the armhole just the way you see me doing. Just connect it the way you see me doing and you are good to go. Add your 2 inch for seam allowance, and that's it. And on the waistline, you mark your waist circumference divided by 4 and you chalk it down. Add 1 inch for that and 2 inches for the seam allowance. You mark it down, after which you connect the points together. The next thing you want to do is to mark your span measurement. That's your bust span, that's nipple to nipple measurement, and the one I'm working with for my client is 3.5 inches. So I chalk it down at exactly 3.5 inch, and I went up with 4 inch for my dart length, after which I will connect the points together with a straight line as seen. After which, next you want to do is to mark half of an inch on both sides of your straight line and you connect it into the line as seen, just the way you see me doing. And with that, we are done with the drafting of our front piece. The next thing you want to do is to cut it out. You cut through the neckline, and for our shoulder slope, you go down with half of an inch, connect it back into the neckline, after which you continue cutting it out. Okay, it's now time to draft our back piece. Place your fabric on fold into 2, but this time around you extend the fabric with about 2 inches. You place your front piece on the folded fabric as seen, and you mark 2 inches for our zipper allowance. So you mark 2 inches all through for the zipper allowance as seen. The next you want to do is to mark out your neck depth for the back piece. So for the back piece, I make use of 1 inch and the width still remains 2.5 inch, after which I connect with a curve as seen. And that's it for our back piece. In order to remove zipper bulge on that waistline, come in with half of an inch on the zipper side and you connect it straight into the neckline as seen. This is to help us remove zipper bulge, after which you cut it out just the way you see me doing. And also on that part, go up with half of an inch and you also connect it back into the edge of the fabric and you also cut that piece out. And taran, we are done drafting our front and our back piece. Now is to draft our sleeve. So for this gown, it's going to have a long sleeve, so let's cut it out. You first fold your fabric into two that way, and the measurement you place on fold is 8 to 9 inches on fold. So from that point, from our starting point, you mark 4 inches downward. That is for a medium sized person, but if you're working for a large person, somebody with big size, you make use of 5 or 6 inches. You also go down with 11 inches, and for the length of this sleeve, I'm working with 21 inches. I added 2 extra inches for the folding allowance, after which you draw a straight line across those points as seen. So from the starting line to that 4 inches mark, you draw a diagonal line as seen with your ruler, after which you find the midpoint of that diagonal line, which mine is 4.5. the length of my diagonal line is 9 inches and half of it is 4.5, and I chalk it down. On that point, go up with half of an inch and go down with half of an inch, after which you connect it this way, just the way you see me doing. And on the hem of our sleeve, you mark half of your wrist circumference. The wrist circumference I'm working with is 7 inches, so half of it is 3.5 inch, and I added 1 inch for seam allowance. And on that point, I mark 8 inches and I connect those points, the 2 points together, with a straight line as seen. And with that, we are done drafting our sleeve. The next thing you want to do is to cut it out. So after cutting, you can see this is what it's looking like. I'll be using that sleeve in order to cut out the second sleeve. So you place your fabric on fold into 2 and you place the sleeve on the folded fabric as seen, after which you cut exactly following the measurement of the first sleeve. After drafting and cutting off our sleeve, this is what it's looking like. You can see what the sleeve is looking like. So you mark the wrong side of the fabric so that you don't get confused when sewing. The next thing you want to do is to cut out our 180-degree flare. So I'll place my fabric on fold into 2 that way, and I'll also place it on fold in a triangular form as seen. So I'll be using this paper to illustrate how I folded it. So this is the length you fold it into, after which you pick one side of your fabric and you fold it in a triangular form, just the way you see me doing. So that is how I folded my fabric, and that you can see what it's looking like. So now let's draft it out. In order to know the amount to place on fold, your waist divide by 3.14. so that is what we are going to use in order to cut out our waist. So my waist is 33 divided by 3.14 is 11.2 something. So I'll be making use of 11 inches in order to cut it out. I'll place my tape on that pointed edge and I'll mark my 11 inches. That is in order for me to have my waist circumference. So I mark my 11 inches all around as seen. And you connect the lines together. So for the length of my flare, the length I'm working with is 54 inches, and if you remember, we minus 16 inches for our half length. So from that 54 inches you minus 60 inches, whatever you are left with will be the length of your flare, and you add 2 inch for seam allowance, that is for the folding allowance, after which I mark the points together. After marking the point, you place your tape back to the sharp edge of the fabric. Whatever you got, you also mark it all round, after which you connect the points together as seen, and we are done drafting our 180-degree flare. Next is to cut it out. With this, we are done drafting our 180-degree flare, and you can see how easy it is to draft a 180-degree flare. So now let's head to our sewing machine and stitch our gown together. Thank you for watching this video to the end. See you in the next one. Sorry guys for the sewing part, I can't find some clip of the sewing tutorial I've recorded. So this is what the gown looked after I was done sewing. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in the next one. Bye for now.